Watch, yeah, I'm trying to build these watch hours, y'all. I'm trying to build them. I ain't gonna be here long, probably like 15, 20 minutes. Cause, they tell you when you gotta go take care of business, like job interviews, um, you know, job interviews, bank meetings, when you going to meet to buy a house, you going to meet to sign up for school, like when you have scheduled appointments, right? They tell you, hey, arrive at least 15 to 30 minutes early, depending on if you got paperwork. So I'm waiting on this job interview, and it's for a PRN position. And I'll be doing like wound care, IV insertions, lab draws, taking them to the labs and stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool. Drop little mama off, got her to school. Good morning to those coming in. I in my mind, I'm you get that. So I've learned over the years, getting more mature and becoming an adult. An adult. Yeah, and I ain't got no trainer on, y'all. This is all me. This is the fupa. I always got to talk shit and joke. So they tell you to get there early, because if you get there on time, then you late. So a lot of times, if you going on job interviews, even now in a world where we use our resumes, a lot of facilities and smaller companies or whatever still want you to do an application. Good morning, Tori. I'm good. How are you, baby? So I'm like, all right, cool. I could have honestly took her to school, went home and got dressed, but I'm like, you know what? Traffic gonna be crazy. It's rush hour, so I didn't know. So I'm like, all right, boom. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna go get my iced coffee, different things like that. And I'm gonna get there early. I'm gonna try to get there at least by 8:30. Get here at 8:30, right? Go knock on the door. Ain't nobody in there. Okay, cool. I'll give it to 8:45. But right before I hit this, I was like, all right, let me go check again, see if they in there. Ain't nobody there. Thank you. Thank you. It's a dress. It's a dress. Um, all right, cool. I'm gonna go try again. Ain't nobody in there. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go live for a minute. Um, but that gets on my nerves, because how do you schedule an interview? Like, how are you an operating company? And thank you. And it's 8:30, you're not there. This healthcare. Most places, most agencies, somebody's usually there at least by 7:30, 8 o'clock to answer phone calls, this, that, and the other. So now I gotta sit here and wait for these people to come in. I'm probably still gonna have to do a paper application. Um, Somebody responded to me. Y'all excuse my car. I live in my car, y'all. I keep like jackets and change of clothes and shoes and shit in there, because you never know what's gonna happen, especially working in healthcare. I don't have menstrual cycles, but shit happens. I've had people pee on me, throw up on me, so I keep shit back there. But so I still got to do all this, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I really don't. I don't like that. Oh, congratulations to Lolo. She just posted in the only Discord I'm in that she just became monetized. So congratulations, Lolo. I am so happy for you. You know what I'm saying? Sis, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. But yeah, that just irritates my spirit when I see that. It's like, come on, y'all. Um, like I said, if you on time, you late. And now I'm sitting in the car just waiting. Yeah, congratulations to your Lolo. Make sure y'all go, she's monetized on her backup channel on Lolo's Love Bugs. Yeah, so I'm irritated as hell right now, sitting up having to wait. I probably need to put my little thing in so I ain't gotta keep holding this phone. Feeling like I'm lifting weights and shit. Hold up, y'all. Yeah, so what the fuck? Hold on. Shit. So yeah, this shit just irritated me. Good morning, Trini. So y'all gonna sit here and watch me with my face wrinkled up because these people ain't even here yet. But like I said, they gonna want me to do an application. They gonna want to have this formal interview. They gonna want to talk about things. They gonna want to ask me all these questions and drug tests and all these things. And I'm on time. Ooh, I need to shape my eyebrows because this ain't makeup. You see, this ain't makeup. It's all me. It's I had the micro shading done because I'm lazy. I want to have to do this shit every day. I don't know. I'm irritated by that. Like, come on, y'all. I hope y'all can still hear me. But yeah, I'm real irritated. Like, I'm on time. I understand, you know, I still got to do a paper application and all the things of things. And now I'm just sitting here. And I got other places to be too. I got to go to UPS and set up my my mailbox for there. What was her name? Who told Shakim to do that? He did it, and now I'm going to do it. Also, I did, and I'll share the link. And I'll make sure I start posting it in my live. And yesterday I was talking to my subbies about, you know, setting up my background. So first they said, instead of doing a green screen, just, you know, personalize my area that I'm gonna be doing my live streams in. And so then it was like, make a wish list. And I'm like, you know, I mean, I can, you know, ask for cash ups or whatever. You know, I don't want to seem like I'm begging for frivolous things or things that I really don't need. But they was like, make a wish list. So I went ahead and made the wish list. The link is on my wall. The link is posted in my last live. And when I get done with this live, I will definitely make sure I post the link in the comments, well, the description. I try to get things that or, you know, I try to pick a few things that are inexpensive, but you know, anything helps. If you, I mean, just the fact that you here dropping down, saying hello, liking a video, you know, that helps, you know. So with that being said, I have noticed that people feel like because of my profession that I really shouldn't want for nothing. I've seen people say that, and I'm like, is you serious? I don't get food stamps. I don't get childcare. My daughter 11, so I have to pay for medical. On top of having to pay for medical, I got a home. The only thing I don't have is a car note, and that's because I choose to continue to drive this old car. And I'm not ashamed to say that. But you know, rent, light, gas, Wi-Fi, I pay. I still carry my daughter, my oldest daughter, I still pay her phone bill. My phone bill every month is over $300. Three phones, 2 Apple Watches. What else is going on? Shit, you know, gas and groceries. Like, I just spent $250 on groceries yesterday. I got maybe, and because it's just me and Babe and Jessica, and I could say Jessica because when she get mad, y'all hear me, Jessica. Hush, you know what I'm saying? Pick that up. So I'm not ashamed of that. But most people call her Tootie. That's her nickname. Plus those things, plus, you know, I have to pay a renter's fee for her cello. She's in the orchestra. She's been playing the cello since she was in the 3rd grade, and she's in the 6th grade now. Her hair, you know what I'm saying, her needs, like, those things cost. I don't get anything from that, you know what I'm saying? I have to pay for all of that. And yes, she has a great father, you know what I'm saying? Her father, like, ain't no child support in her. Her father is awesome. But still, being a single mother, I carry that weight. So it's, yeah, I make decent money, but I'm a content creator. I'm here to this is a business. And I'm not rich. Shit, I'm not, and I'm a person that lives within my means. Yeah, my daughter plays the cello. The damn, we used to have to carry it for her when she we used to have to carry it because she she's so little. Like, now she's what, 4'10", and she's like 92 pounds. She's so little. So that stuff costs. And then I'm going to put her in singing lessons. When she sings, she sounds like a mixture of Rihanna and Willow Smith. Like, she has this really edgy yet sultry, soulful voice. And so I be hearing her, and she loves like neo soul. She like old school R&B. Girl, she be in there listening to Rihanna. She be in there listening to Willow Smith. She love Billie Eilish. Like, she listens to certain things, and I be listening to her singing. I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and tap into this, you know, and see what we can do with that. She also, I know coming up, she's joining a couple of things in school, so I do got to make some purchases. Plus, I told you, woo! So, I remember I told y'all about her. She got to get some extensive dental work done because her baby teeth, her adult teeth are trying to come out, but they're not, so they're gonna have to be surgically removed. So, orthodontist, all that stuff. So at first I said 7, but to completely have everything done, it's gonna be a minimum of 10. Even with medical, once I start this job coming up, even with medical, it's still gonna be pricey. And depending on how soon they say she really need to get it done, nowadays medical don't kick in for at least 30 days in a lot of jobs. So I mean, it's cool, but I'm just saying that to say, I just really despise when people sit and say, oh, well, you got this career, you ain't want for nothing. I don't have a 6-figure career. And in order for me to even be able to make that kind of money, I have to work overtime. I have to work more than one job. I can do it, but then I'm taking away from something else. And what I'm taking away from is my child. If I chose to live and make that kind of money, you know what I'm saying? And I tell people all the time, for me, I'd rather be a mother and be able to sustain my household than to be glamorous or make all this money, but my household is in shambles. I remember I was talking to my partner about some of the nurses I see, and I hating that have luxury cars. So like, if you if your job can afford that, then that's fine. But it drives me crazy when I see LPNs that's making $80,000 a year and they driving a $60,000, $70,000 car. What the fuck? That's not bragging. Your monthly expenses should be no more than half of your income. How are you doing? Why are you making $80,000, $90,000 a year? You driving a $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 vehicle. Maybe you buying a home. Where do you find time for your family? Yeah. Where do you find time for your family? I was just, when I picked up the agency, I was working with this RN, and she a BSc, and I was actually shocked because she a BSc, and she the floor nurse, and then the supervisor was an LPN. I'm like, well, I mean, but sometimes it makes sense because an LPN with at least 10 years of experience is definitely qualified to work in management, supervising, different things like that when we talk about long-term care. But, she like, yeah, you know, I raised my kids, so, you know, I only work 50 hours a week. Most the girls like, girl, you could be making this, you could be doing this, you could be doing that. She was like, yeah, I could be doing that, but you know, my kids, I got, you know, 2 teenage kids, you know, they doing X, Y, and Z. I want to be present with them for them to do that. You know, I'm dating somebody. I just got engaged to my boyfriend, and I like to be domestic. So, you know, I want to make sure. She like, I like to make breakfast in the morning. I like to cook dinner, you know, and the girls couldn't understand that. So she like, you know, yeah, I make decent money, but it ain't what people expect. She was like, you know, I got 3 cars, 2 of them paid for. One of them I'm saving for my son. You know, I have my everyday car, and then I have my luxury car. I'm gonna give you 5 more minutes, then I'm gonna go in here because it's 9 o'clock. Hopefully they in there now. But she just like, nah, I mean, yeah, I know I could be making 6 figures easy, like over 6 figures. She was like, but I only make 95 a year. And she like, I don't ever want to be on call. I don't want to do management. She said she did it before. She said she had been a unit manager, an ADON, and a DON. Remember, she got a BSN. And she was like, yeah, I was making 120, 130,000 a year. She was like, but I'm always on call. My phone always ringing. You know, the staff don't show up or things don't show up. Trini, that might be depending on your location. I'm an LPN. I keep a job. I've been an LPN for almost 12 years. And as an LPN, the most I've made in a year was 85,000, and I was as a unit manager. So, I mean, maybe depending on where you at, all the hospitals here hire LPNs. Now, the one hospital, they'll hire LPNs in ambulatory, but as far as like med surg and all that, they do hire RNs specifically for that. But that's considered a magnet hospital. I don't know, magnet hospital or whatever. But like the two other hospitals here, the two hospitals I've worked for, the main hospitals in the Cleveland, Ohio area, hire LPNs. We work med surg. We work, actually, I just told you I interviewed for an ER position, and I turned it down. So I guess maybe that's depending on your demographics, because where I'm from, LPNs are plentiful. The job I'm going to later, and it's not even an interview because I've worked with this DON several times. As a PRN supervisor, I'm walking in the door at $38 an hour. And that's not a flex, that's not a brag, like I said, PRN. So for me, mostly it'll be a lot of administrative work when I'm there, because I don't want to take the management position. But she was like, well, you could come in on the weekends and kind of just keep up with, like, you know, the administrative aspect of nursing. So I guess that's just where you are. That's why I keep saying I'm going back to school. But I'm not going back to school because I want to be an RN and work the floor. I'm going back to school to get the credentials, because in Ohio, to do like aesthetics, and I want to do like the aesthetics of it. Injections, different things like that. In Ohio, you have to be an RN. So yeah, I think it just depends on your demographics. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through and dropping down. I'm about to go ahead and go in here and talk to these people and see what they're talking about. Like I said, right now everything for me is about a hustle. Like I said, I've been there, and it ain't worth it. Y'all have a good day. I am going to do my AA live later on when I get back home. I don't know. I said around 12. It may be around 12 or 1. I know I'm going to have to take a nap because I be needing naps. Shit. Anyway, I love y'all. YouTube cameras is live. Y'all go hang out with YouTube cameras. I'll be over there when I get done with the situation. Love y'all. Bye.